Y'all, I just submitted a residency application at 11:58 p.m. Guess what time it was due? 11:59 p.m. That was crazy. That was so crazy. I oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to start. I like literally found it last minute last night, but I was just so busy today. It was just such a crazy packed day that I had no time. I get home, I'm exhausted. And I'm like, I'm just gonna take a 15-minute little power nap. And I'm gonna be back up and I'm gonna be on my feet and I'm gonna get this application out. Girl, I was knocked. I wake up at 10 o'clock like, excuse me. I woke up at 10 o'clock. And I jumped straight to this computer. I have a million tabs open. By the way, I'm applying for the Studio Museum residency. It was on my radar so early, but I just completely forgot. I just completely forgot. So the other night I sat down to apply for two residencies and I was just kind of like, I don't know. Like this is literally a testament of how I am. If I feel led to do it, if it feels connected to me, boom, I'm gonna get the application done. If I don't feel led to do it, it's not gonna be done. Like literally to the final minute. To the final minute I fought to get this application in. 11:58 p.m. What helped me is that I downloaded a PDF of my work, my slides in a PDF, and they wanted it to be like individual photos. So I had to go back into Canva and like download each individual photos. Girl, that was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. This is just about the scariest thing you can do in your life, to constantly put yourself out there for opportunities. It's such a vulnerable space to be in. And so I'm very intentional about considering what opportunities I put my hat in the ring for. And yeah, I'm just like thinking about this next season of my life. Like, how do I want to be moving? It's so crazy because I'm like, I don't see myself here for real next year. But here I go applying for residency in New York. And I've spoken on here about this before. I'm like trying to see, like, literally where my life is going to take me in 2027, because I don't know. Like, the rest of 2026 is so clear. It's crazy. Like, every month is so clear. There's just so much going on. But 2027, I'm like, girl, are you getting ready to surprise me? What's going on? And so I had already applied for another residency that's like 3 to 4 months in the spring into summer. And I'm like, I want that. Like, I want to have like a clear focus of like, this is what you're doing this year. And I think this is kind of like the type of work that I'm moving more into. Like, give me a year-long project. Give me, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do these projects that are like just a day or 2 weeks. I don't know that I can. I think I'm slowly moving more into year-long practices. And it's been a long time coming. It's been coming for maybe, let's say, 3 years now. It started with my first workshop series. Um, I mean, granted, I didn't have to. Like, I was literally like, there is a portion of it that's like, okay, girl, you just procrastinated. You could have done this sooner. But like, I gave myself a year to sit and think, all right, how are we moving? How are we doing this? How is it going to happen? And even the way that I spaced out the events, the programs, it was just kind of like no pressure to share too soon. It was like a lot of internal processing. It was a lot of like, okay, we want this, because it's like a relationship building over time. Like, I'm booking speakers to come speak at these workshops. So I'm trying to work around their schedule as well with what they got going on. And then what topics are we covering? What materials do we need? What da, 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 da. And like what location? We need vendors, we need food, we need drink, like things like that. And so I just gave myself the entire year of 2024 to do just that. And then 2026 again, it's not taking me the whole year. It's taking me forever because I have no time. But this is another one of those projects that like I send out the submission form while folks are submitting things. I'm making the moves. I'm connecting with people. I'm out and about. So even if I it's May and I technically haven't gotten started on that project, I've put effort towards it every day so far this year. Every single day, I do something that will move my public art project forward. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking about, like year-long practices. So I say all that to say, yeah, I like that the studio museum residency is, I believe it's 10 months. Wait, I saw it. It was like November 2026 to like November 2027, something like that. Basically a year. And it's like, this is what you're doing this year. You know what I mean? Was that 2024? You're hosting workshops. That's what you're doing. 2026, you're putting together a public art project. 2027, year-long residency. Like, give me a year. Give me a year. I think that works for me. So yeah. Yeah, y'all, that's all I wanted to come here to say. I submitted that application solely. I want to pull up my my calendar because I want to see what opportunities I recently declined. It's there was a residency that I was like, literally the time that I'll have to go, that I'll be doing that residency, I already have another project for that time. And so it's kind of like, again, prioritizing. Like, I don't have to be everywhere all at once. So that's good to know. Like, literally, it's so good to know that, like, don't even try to make plans for September, girl. September is gone for me. So I skipped that. And then there was another opportunity. Oh, the Fitchburg Art Museum open call. Yeah, I was just like, no, thank you. it's I don't know. It's just like, I just feel it intuitively. And I'm just like, I trust that. Like, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. So I skipped those. Oh, I skipped 3. Wow, I haven't applied for anything this month. This might as well be our May everything I applied for video, because I skipped a lot of things this month. On May 1st, there was a gallery that had an opening for like work around identity and transformation and things, and I think I just applied for something else, and I couldn't make it. I also got the opportunity to apply for another thing in my city around creative experiences, and that's when I was thinking about, like, I should pitch some of my residency, and I didn't do it. And that is one I regret. I'm like, I think about it a couple times a day, and I'm like, dang, I should have just pitched it. But I think it was just like such a crazy time as well, because you're just like navigating life. I'm just like navigating life, and sometimes these applications take, I was gonna say years, like they literally take hours to put together. Residency is lighter than grants. It takes me 8 to 10 hours to write a grant application, at least. Residency, like, I literally don't know how I did that in an hour and a half. I promise you, I don't know. I already had my copy. I just updated my copy, and my CV was updated. So I literally just spent an hour writing and just making sure, I'm like, is this clear? How do I make this as clear as possible? Because when I write for residencies, it's not the same thing as writing for grants. Okay? Grants are like, the language is straightforward, and this is what I'm gonna do. These are my intentions. This is the. Residencies are like, I want the time and space to explore themes of this and that and really dig internally, and hopefully something comes out. And I'm not the best at that woojie woojoo type of language. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's not my bag because I'm just so used to using the business strategy and marketing side of my brain to grow my brand and get funding. Please excuse me. It is midnight. Okay. But yeah, I skipped the cultural experiences. Dang. I should have applied for it. I should have applied for it because I want to test my residency idea. And then the gallery that had like the Out of Darkness call. I was just so busy. Oh my gosh. So Assets for Artists, they have an event coming up, like a celebration coming up, and then they also had an opportunity for alumni to showcase their work. Missed that deadline. And I literally have a set calendar. I have a set calendar where I literally make sure that these are on my radar, and I always miss them. Like, so my thing is literally, if I can make it, I can make it. If I can't make it, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. You know, it was never that deep. And what's yours will find you one way or another. And then Cuddy Hunk Island artist residencies. September. It's like September. That week of September, I've already been presented an opportunity for that week, and so I'm like, there's nothing I can do. And then the Fitchburg Art Museum open call. Oh no, I didn't apply for it because it was a fee. Yes, I remember now. I didn't apply for the Fitchburg Art Museum exhibition because it was like $40, and I said, what? And there was another thing too that was like 50. So it's just like between two applications, I'm spending so much. And so it was like, because I had found it at the last minute, I was like, I'm good. I don't know how I feel about application fees for artists. Obviously, like if you join a program, and there's like housing involved, food, like figure out your accommodations, cool. But like an application fee for people to be considered for an opportunity, I don't know that that's equitable. I don't know that that's equitable at all. But that's a shift that a lot of organizations are making to, let's just keep it real, to make money. I'm part of the conversations behind the scenes, and so it's been a lot of like, yeah, we are barely staying afloat. What do we do? And people are like, charge people for applications. So I'm behind the scenes on those conversations. So I'm not gonna be like, $40, $40. And mind you, if my work is selected to be in the show, right? I have to, whatever, get it framed, get it printed, get it framed, wrap it for shipping, drop it off. Like, there's so many costs that are associated with that. And so yeah, I just saw it and I was like, absolutely not. Next, that's the highest I've seen. And then oopsie daisies. And then there was a studio. Studio wasn't on my calendar because I literally just found it the other night, and I was like, 18 May? 18 May, girl, I was outside partying today. I was outside chilling for Haitian Flag Day. That's why I came to the house and I was knocked. So I put an hour and a half and I said, we're gonna make it work. So yeah, I'm excited. It would be so dope to get to go back to New York next year. Like, it would be so dope. I want to keep an eye out for other year-long residency opportunities like that, where it's like, shoot, let me move my life here for a year and see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep my eye out for that, because yeah, I do feel myself shifting more into like a long-term, like a year-long project. Yes, it's set now. I think this is where it's starting to click in my brain that I work best in long-term practices, and I'm gonna plan my life a year at a time. I'm gonna plan my life a year at a time. In 2024, 2020, even back in 20, I'm gonna just like look back. But 2020 was heavy self-portraiture and building my portfolio. 2021, collaborations and conceptual work. 2024, my suite of artist workshops, building the artist incubator that is now Casa Aura. 2025, what did I do? 2025, I was fighting for my life. So we give grace. 2026, this is your archive. Is on and popping. 2027, back in New York. 2028, over here. 2029, over there. Like, I want that. So yeah, I'll keep y'all posted to see, I don't know, whether I get it or not. But it's tight and it's very popular. So they accept artists in any medium, but it's only 3 artists. So I can't even imagine how many resumes and how many applications they're reviewing, chat. It's ridiculous, but for 3 slots. 3. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and I have like one more on my radar for this month. It's like a program in Boston around like public art, like giving people funding for public art projects. And so I'm like, let's see what happens. So we'll see. And if you guys see any long-term residencies, please drop them in the comments below. If you're also applying for the things, let's resource share as much as we can, please. And have Cutting Island artist residency on your radar for next year. Applications typically open around, what's this month? May? I would say applications usually open around like end of February or March. That's a great artist residency to be involved with. Have Studio Museum on your radar for next year. So yeah, child, I am so sleepy. I'm gonna take my butt to bed. But I got something done today. Today was play time, and then I came home and I did the thing. It's off of my plate, and that's all that matters. Okay? Extend yourself grace as much as you can. We try our best to show up. We cannot do everything perfectly, and that's okay. Well, if you're new around here, hello. My name is Lynn, and I am an artist and girly girl. Putting myself out there and remaining committed to growing my artistry, expanding my awareness, overflowing in love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And giving myself permission to live my life on my own terms. And so if any of this resonates with you, please let me know. I'm here every single day. I don't have a life. And I will keep you guys posted on how things are happening. But yeah, I didn't apply for much this month. But we'll see. You don't have to put yourself in every bucket. You don't have to apply to everything. I think intentionality is better than hyper visibility. I've been talking about that impact over visibility and performance. Like, I would rather apply for one thing in a month, but I got in, than to apply for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-ish and not get 0. Okay? So we give ourselves grace around here. In this space, we give ourselves grace, all right? Y'all, let me take my happy butt to bed.